ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
A teenager is in sheriff's custody tonight, charged in a deadly February crash that killed a father and son in Poway. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Steve Atkinson.
I'm Kimberly Hunt. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura spoke with sheriff's officials about the timeline leading to the charges.
This is a picture of Steve and Stephen Paroli. The father and son were killed February 12th. They were leaving baseball practice at Poway High School. Deputies say they were turning left onto Espala Road when their car was T-boned by another vehicle, killing them. Steve's brother told ABC 10 News in a February interview he wanted them remembered for how supportive they were of each other.
How proud my brother was of Stephen, how proud Stephen was of his dad.
Deputies identified the driver who crashed into them as 19-year-old Donald Farmer. He is now in custody. Deputies say he surrendered to the court Tuesday and was handed over to the sheriff's department.
That's simply the way these cases are handled sometimes. The district attorney will make arrangements for the defendant to come appear in court versus, putting an arrest warrant in the system.
Deputies say Farmer was going above the speed limit at the time of the crash, but wouldn't say how fast. They also say he was driving under the influence of drugs.
We had to wait for a drug toxicology blood test to come back and tell you, what drugs are in his system. So there was a delay in that as well.
Farmer was booked on several charges, including vehicular manslaughter. He's being held on $250,000 bail. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Within the last 45 minutes, county supervisors passed a controversial proposal to extend the moratorium on evictions. The ban will last until a full 2 months after the state lifts all of the stay-at-home orders. There's also a key change. Now, the only reason that a landlord can evict a tenant is if that person is causing a health or safety threat to the people in the home. Supporters say the restrictions are needed to prevent landlords from using loopholes to get renters out, but landlords say they're denied their rights to decide what to do with their own property.
Turning now to the coronavirus, the county reported another 186 cases today, while our test positivity rate held at 3%. Our local COVID death toll, it went up by 1 to just over 3,700.
We want to tell her 3 children where mommy is. They've been waiting for 4 months. It's way too long.
The family of missing Chula Vista mother Maya Miliete continued their search for answers in her disappearance. They are now calling on the Chula Vista Police Department to keep them in the loop with any updates in this investigation. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala was in Chula Vista for a rally and has the renewed call for answers.
This Friday will mark 4 months since family or friends have seen or heard from Maya Miliete. They say right now they're left in the dark when it comes to this investigation, and now they're demanding answers.
And 4 months, it's way too long. We haven't really had any answers.
Chula Vista mother Maya Miliete was reportedly last seen at her home on Paseo Los Gatos on January 7th. Her husband, Larry Miliete, told ABC 10 News the two argued before she disappeared. Chula Vista police say Maya was reported missing on January 10th. Family members, friends, even complete strangers have been consistently searching for her, but they've had no luck so far, now putting pressure on the police department to help with their efforts.
We've been asking them for the cadaver dogs or something that will be able to help us, to guide us, because we don't know where to search.
Maya's sister and brother-in-law, Mary Chris and Richard Drule, held a rally outside of the police department Tuesday, saying they want to be kept in the loop during this investigation.
It's been a one-way communication with them.
Supporters marched to Chula Vista City Hall after, speaking during public comment at a city council meeting, requesting more resources to help bring Maya home.
Maya doesn't deserve to be left lost and unaccounted for.
The police department says it has formed a partnership with the DA's office, the FBI, and NCIS to investigate this case. They say so far they've had interviews with 56 people, they've written 23 search warrants, and they've reviewed more than 55 tips on Maya's possible location or reason for disappearance. The department says while they understand the frustration, they won't share anything publicly that could possibly jeopardize the investigation and the potential prosecution of anyone involved in Maya's disappearance. The family is working with an attorney who has started his own investigation. He says more can be done by police to work with the family as a team.
Having done enough of these, there's a lot of information that could be released without jeopardizing the investigation, and at a minimum, bring the family in and say, hey, we can't release this information and these are the reasons why.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Tonight, investigators are trying to figure out what caused a catastrophic train collapse that killed at least 24 people in Mexico City. It was an elevated part of the city's subway system. Officials say a concrete support beam gave way as the train was in the overpass. The train then tumbled to the busy highway below, crushing at least one car. 79 people are hurt. Mexico's president promises a transparent investigation.
Explosive secrets never revealed, now exposed by a Navy SEAL who was acquitted of murdering a teenage ISIS fighter. Our ABC 10 News anchor Vanessa Van Hefty followed the trial of Eddie Gallagher from day one and spoke with his defense attorney today about Gallagher's appearance on a new podcast.
It was a murder trial that captured headlines all over the world. Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher found not guilty of murdering an ISIS fighter in Mosul. The retired SEAL revealing bombshells on an Apple podcast released today.
The grain of truth in the whole thing is that ISIS fighter was killed by us and that nobody at that time had a problem with it. We killed that guy. Our intention was to kill him. Everybody was on board. Not one person.
Your intention was to kill him.
It was to do medical scenarios on him until he died.
Gallagher was accused of stabbing an ISIS soldier while detained and also shooting at innocent civilians. He was acquitted of all charges except for the one in this picture where he poses next to the body of that 17-year-old terrorist. The 20-year Navy veteran says the efforts shown here to save the soldier's life weren't really efforts at all. He says they were nursing him to death.
If you want to put it in a nice way, I guess it's
I don't want to put it in a nice way.
It's nursing him to death or just killing. I mean, he was gonna die regardless. Like, we weren't taking any prisoners. We weren't bringing any back because that wasn't our job.
The jury wanted to strip Gallagher of his rank, but then President Donald Trump jumped in, allowing Gallagher to keep his trident pin and retire as a chief. Gallagher now telling his story in a series of 4 Apple podcasts. His lawyer says today's bombshells show the realities of war.
When they brought this terrorist into the camp, they did an initial assessment and it became clear that he was not going to survive. And so, yes, they made a decision to perform these medical treatments on him for training purposes. And it is something that, believe it or not, happens every single day in emergency rooms across the country in the United States.
We were there every day for the trial here at Naval Base San Diego that involved chilling testimony from members of SEAL Team 7 against their leader, Chief Gallagher. Today, he says all of those SEALs knew what the plan was and agreed to it.
We verbalized, everyone's like, let's just do medical treatments on him until he's gone.
You talked about that?
Yeah, it was said. Like,
with T.C. Byrne and Corey Scott, or?
Oh, yeah.
With both?
And Craig Miller. Miller was laughing about it.
Of the 7 SEALs from the platoon that testified against Gallagher, 4 of them remain SEALs today. Vanessa Van Hefty, ABC 10 News.
Gallagher is now working on a book about the ordeal. It is expected to be released here in the coming months. He is retired now, living in Florida with his family.
After decades of debate, San Diego State has voted to retire their Aztec warrior mascot. The Daily Aztec reports the University Senate passed a resolution this evening. And for decades, a student dressed as an Aztec warrior would lead cheers during sporting events. And now students are asking the school to find a new mascot that shows greater respect to the local Kumeyaay Nation. In a statement, SDSU said that it will not stop using the Aztec warrior's nickname. It will instead remove the warrior imagery that's associated to it.
He is itching to get back online, but is still banned by social media sites. Now, former President Trump has a new blog called From the Desk of Donald J. Trump. This blog functions much like a campaign website, but the post does imitate a Twitter feed and can be shared with other accounts. Major social media sites banned Trump after he encouraged violence that resulted in the January riot at the Capitol. Tomorrow, Facebook will announce whether it will let Trump back on its platform.
New at 11 o'clock, a big step forward tonight for a new bridge at the scene of a deadly accident at Mission Trails. In January, 21-year-old Max Lanai was on a run when it started raining. He went to cross the river, lost his footing, fell, and died. Since then, his parents have been working to get a bridge built at the spot. Tonight, the park's Citizens Advisory Committee voted to recommend the project. The park's task force will consider the issue later this month.